read the title and you've clicked play on this video, you'll know that this is a sad video. The last time I spoke to you, I was talking about my dad having cancer. He died almost 1 month ago, and today is obviously just not a good day. It's a good day, like I've had a good morning, but it was a very traumatic day because my family and I were at the hospital with him on his last day, so we saw the entire thing happen. I had to see my dad die, and it was not a nice, peaceful death. It was a very traumatic, like horrible death. So anyway, I didn't want to come on here and just to cry, but as you all know, we're in like a global quarantine because of this coronavirus, and I can't really see anybody. Like, I've spoken to people, I've spoken to my friends, and obviously I get to be here with my husband at home, but he's at work right now, so I don't like just getting upset in front of him all the time. And I didn't really want to call anyone because it's already hard enough right now. Like, everyone is really struggling staying at home, and like everyone's lost their jobs. I've lost my job. Like, that's the least of my worries. So I just thought, I'm sorry, I've got like wet patches all over my jumper because I just have been crying a lot. Yeah, I thought if no one's gonna talk to me today, not that it's up to anyone to talk to me, but I just thought I can talk to everyone on here and help release some of the pain that I'm feeling. Yeah, the whole self-isolation thing, it's not really a big deal for me because I live very antisocial anyway, and I like being at home on my own. Like, that's how I live normally. I don't really leave the house unless it's with Trav, or to go and meet someone for lunch, or like, I don't really do that stuff anyway. So this quarantine thing, it's not affecting me massively yet. I've actually been healthier since, I think I've been in the house now for like 2 weeks, maybe not that long. The only time I've left the house is to get food with my husband, and that's about it. Like, I've been talking to my friends on this app called House Party, where you can like see each other's faces. So yeah, and I've been like, my diet has greatly improved. I've been exercising. I've had a lot of time to reflect, to journal, to pray and spend time with God, to read, cleaning the house, just enjoying all this time alone. But yeah, so the self-isolation thing is not really affecting me yet. What's affecting me is that the timing of all this is just horrible, because I'm grieving and I can't really leave my house. So it's a little bit challenging. I was gonna say something. Right, yeah, so through my time reflecting on just the last 4 months, pretty much since December, it's been like the hardest 4 months of my life so far. Like, just when Dad found out he was sick, that was in like December, and we're only in March, so he only had like 4 months. And the whole time he was on chemo and sick, like in bed, and he didn't even get time to like just do any of the final things that he wanted to do. It's so heartbreaking because he was so young. He was only 56. Like, I thought I would have a few more years with him. At the very least, I thought maybe another 6 months, and I thought maybe that God would have allowed me to become pregnant so that Dad got to meet, you know, his grandchild, and it's just that didn't happen. And I want to make this very clear, I do not blame God for allowing it to happen. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I'll never stop believing that. And I know that God knew my dad. He knew him before I knew him. He knew everything about his life, his thoughts. He saw every part of his life. And even though I don't understand it, and I don't yet quite believe that he's gone, I know that there was a reason for it, so the day of the funeral was pretty much when the whole coronavirus thing started getting serious. And my brother got a phone call from the funeral place saying that we would only be allowed to have 90 people in the actual church with us, the room with us, sorry. And any other guests had to go into a completely different room and watch it live streamed, which was like really upsetting when we first found out, because we were expecting like 150 people there. And but when I think about it, if the funeral had been a day later or any time later, we probably wouldn't have been able to have it, because the government started putting bans on larger gatherings, and obviously now like no one can really go anywhere unless it's like to get food. Most people's businesses are shut unless it's delivery services or pickup services for food. And to be honest, I don't know if Dad would have lasted any longer with all of this going on, especially with him being on chemo. His immune system, if he had gotten sick, if we had gotten him sick, he wouldn't have made it anyway. So I guess I'm really thankful for that. And I think I'm just going through a season of testing, like I always am, and this is just really a time for me to show my faith and to put my weakness onto God, because I could not get through this without him. I don't even know how I'd be dealing with this if I hadn't found God. If I had not been saved and my dad had died, I probably would have still been a heavy marijuana user. I would have been smoking, drinking, smoking cigarettes. I would have been like depressed. I would have been very unhealthily dealing with it, and I was surprised myself during this process, because even though I'm one of the most sensitive and emotional people that I know in my own life, God has just carried me through every single day and not taken my pain away, but shown me that there's more to life than death. And especially when you're a believer, you know that death is not the end. You know that there's another life of eternity with God, obviously for believers. And I tried my hardest to plant seeds to Dad when I could without forcing it on him, and there were moments where I really hoped that he believed what I was saying and reached out in his own time. But unfortunately, I will not know if he made it to heaven until I die. And that is, it's scary, because it's kind of the only thing that's keeping me going at the moment, is that I might see him again. And the only thing that's getting me through, other than God and my family and my husband and friends, that's getting me through this is kind of just holding on to objects and things of his and photos. That's all I have left. Like, I don't even have any, I don't think I even have any videos with him. I've got like this necklace. Dad got it for me, with like a little message on the back that I'm not gonna read, but it's really special. And I've got one of his jumpers that I kind of just have on me right now, because it smells like him, and I used to wear it all the time, and I like to just hold it when I'm not feeling very happy. I actually started writing in my, like, I've always written in a journal, but I started writing in my journal the day that I found out that Dad had cancer, and I've sort of been documenting like all the days I took him to his appointments and the time I had with him. So I've been getting to write down a lot of what's happened. But yeah, nothing will ever be, no objects of his will ever do it. Like, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter what I have of his, like, he's gone. And I don't know however many of you would watch this have lost anyone, but it's just like it doesn't make sense. Like, you know it's happened. I know it's happened, and I say it and I hear the words, but like it doesn't feel real. And like my brain just doesn't know how to make sense of it. just miss him so much, and I just want to like hug him one more time. If there's any message I can really give about this, it's that you need to hold on so tight to the ones you love and really don't take the moments for granted. Take as many photos as you can. Document your lives together. Make videos. Go places with your family. Tell them how much they mean to you. Because even though my dad and I were like best friends and I had the most amazing relationship with him, obviously I am looking back thinking I could have seen him more. He lives like not really near me, and I think when I became a teenager and in my early 20s and like, you know, I had different relationships with guys, like I stopped really seeing him all the time, and I just look back now thinking, how could I have done that? Like, all that precious time, like you think your life seems so long when you're living it, and then like looking back, I've only got like a handful of memories that I can really think about with Dad. Like it wasn't enough. I wanted him to see me become a mother, and I wanted him to see who he'd created and who I'd become. And like I feel even worse for my brother. My brother actually lived with him. My brother had to take care of him. My younger brother had to take care of him while he was sick. He saw Dad throwing up and reacting to the chemo. He had to like help him get out of bed. He had to go through all of his daily routine with Dad while I was here. Like, sorry if this is not a very positive video. I knew at some point I would have to record another one with my dad's journey. I just thought I would have a few more videos of explaining what I was going through while he was still alive, and it's happened so fast and he's gone, and like, that's it. I can't really do anything else now except just honor him and remember him and in everything that I do. So anyway, thank you for listening. I'm sorry if this brought you down a little bit. I just really, someone's death really makes you think about how real and intense life is, and all these things that distract us from God. It's just a curse, and if there's anything that this quarantine and self-isolation can teach any of you, it's that we really need to rely on God, and there's more to life than entertainment and comfort. And you know, we've got a lot of time to read now, and I honestly urge anyone to start reading the Bible. Like, it's an amazing book. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Thank you for listening. I'll see you another time.